Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today's video is going to be a first impressions video that I've had a lot of requests to do. Sorry, my dogs are running all over the place and being crazy nuts. Netta! So I don't know if you saw my favorites video, but I mentioned this Nivea Men Sensitive Post-Shave Balm. I said that it wasn't a favorite, obviously, because I haven't used it before, but I was excited because I had just gotten it and you guys said you wanted to see first impressions, review, whatever about it. The only thing is that it's really scented. It smells like a man. It smells like Old Spice, actually. So it smells really good, but I'm just a little bit worried that it's going to irritate my skin. So we will see. I have dry skin at the moment, normal to dry. I take pretty good care of it, so it doesn't get super dried out, but in general it is dry. I'm just going to do a typical first impressions. I don't think I've ever done one before. I'm just going to apply it and then finish my makeup and then check in with you guys throughout the day. And yeah, so this is 3.3 ounces and it was like, what, less than $5? The first thing that makes an impression on me after the scent is the fact that there's no pump, which drives me a little bit batty, but you know, we roll with it. So I'm going to try this. Maybe it'll be hygienic. Okay, so there it is. I'm just going to take a little bit. It's kind of runny. It's a little bit like, there's a primer like this. Can't think of what it is though. So I'm just going to use my finger. I feel like a little bit kind of goes a long way. Wow. Yeah. I just dabbed my finger in once and it's like way too much for my forehead. That doesn't usually happen. Usually my forehead is like, you know, you need a whole bottle of product to cover my forehead. Excuse my nails. They're yeah, they're real bad. It makes my skin feel really smooth. That's so weird. So I've heard that this is not necessarily super effective at like oil controlling and stuff, so that's why I figure if I have dry skin it might be a good fit. Who knows? We will see. A little bit really does go a long way. I'm gonna smell like a man for the rest of the day, but you know what? I kind of like that. Okay, so it does dry down. What I've put on my forehead does, it is a tiny bit like tacky, like not sticky tacky, but like I have a primer on tacky. It reminds me of the Makeup Forever Step 1 primer, I think the nourishing one, or hydrating, I can't remember, but one of those two. The consistency, it reminds me of that, not necessarily anything else about it though. I'm going to continue with my foundation. This is the YSL Touche Éclat foundation, which I've been liking. I definitely wish that it was more coverage. I feel like when I try to build up the coverage, because I like a medium to full coverage. I feel like when I try to build it up, it doesn't really keep building very well, if that makes sense. But that's okay. It's still a good foundation, so I'm going to use that today. In case you're curious, I am in the shade BR30, I think. Yeah, BR30. By the way, if you guys think that you're like similar skin tone to me, and you use the Estee Lauder double wear foundation, let me know what shade you are, because I've been trying to find my shade in that foundation, and my Sephora, none of my local Sephoras carry Estee Lauder. I think there's one in Washington State that does, and I don't even know which one it is or where it is. So I went online and I tried to match myself using the Color IQ, and I have, you know, like I know my shade in a bunch of different brands, and so I tried plugging those in, and it basically told me that I don't match to double wear at all, which I don't buy. I ain't taking no for an answer. Okay, we'll see. Otherwise I'll just go to Nordstrom and get matched. But they're not all of them at Nordstrom are really like super concerned about finding your true match. They're more concerned about selling you what they have. So yeah, I don't always trust that very well. One thing I'm going to watch for with this primer is whether it holds the makeup on my nose, because I tend to get like on my nose, just on the end of my nose, I tend to get makeup rubbing off, and it's not even if I touch it or anything, it just doesn't really stick there very well unless I have a good primer on. I don't know why, it's weird. So we will have to watch for that and see how that does. Oh my gosh, you guys, yesterday I was watching some of Guy Tang's videos that I stumbled upon on YouTube, and he's hilarious, but the first one I found was of him doing Mikey's hair, and if you don't know who Mikey is, she is an incredible special effects makeup artist here on YouTube, and she's really big on Instagram. She does like the NYX Face Awards contest every year and stuff like that. But she's just adorable, and Taylor and I both love her. But anyway, he did her hair, and I guess like she said she'd been wearing wigs for like the past year in her videos and stuff because her hair was just like really damaged and fried and stuff. And he took it from being damaged and fried to looking like a glorious unicorn. Like, he took it from this color that was just kind of a mix of all these colors that she'd had on before, and then he made it into like 8 different shades of pink and red and orange and purple, and it's like so beautiful. I want to go and have him do my hair so bad. I want purple hair. Actually, I want exactly the hair she has. It looks so pretty. So far I think that it's behaving well. Some primers I feel like the foundation actually doesn't really stick to it and it kind of slides around. It's not doing that, which I think is, you know, due to the tackiness that I was feeling. And I do see that it's sticking to my nose. Sometimes even right away, the makeup doesn't stick on my nose. I don't understand why, but that's a good sign. Okay, so I've just finished my makeup. I haven't done lip color yet because we're about to eat and that would just be silly. And I'm not wearing lashes, so I feel really naked, but generally did my face. I have a few things that we're doing today. Like I said, we're vlogging. I'm doing some freelance junk. So I will check in with you guys a few times. It might be on the vlogging camera. We will see. But I'll see you soon. So I quickly wanted to check in. It is about 3 o'clock. I applied my makeup at 9 this morning. I think I forgot to say that. But I'm just checking in on how the foundation and the primer are holding up. And the foundation actually 6 hours later looks pretty good for being 6 hours later. You can really see though that it's not a super full coverage foundation, but I'm looking for how the foundation sticks to my skin, not how full coverage the foundation is. So far it's stayed on really well, even though it's super hot out and I'm sweaty as a monster. So it is 5 o'clock p.m. I think my last check-in was at 3, and I just wanted to let you guys know that it is still holding up really well. And I did say that this foundation, this is the YSL Touche Éclat foundation, it holds pretty well in general, but when it does fade, it's pretty obvious. So I've had this on, let's see, I applied it at 9 o'clock, it is now 5, so I've had it on for 8 hours, and it still pretty much looks like it did when I applied it. And I was outside and trying not to sweat, but it was really hot. I was pretty sure that it was going to be melting, but it actually looks pretty darn good. The only thing that I will tell you, I was going to not touch this up, but it was way too distracting on camera and you guys would have been like, what's wrong with you? My nose right here, it got really faded away and patchy, but it's because I've been sneezing all day. I have really bad allergies, and when I try to stop my sneeze, I like hold right here, and I always take my makeup off there. So I did touch that up. I really can't tell how it holds on the nose, but until that happened, for probably like 5 hours before I started sneezing, it actually still looked really good, even on my nose. So I would imagine that it's pretty, you know, hold worthy. I'm not sure if that's a word. Okay, so I'm back for my very last check-in of the day. It is 10:52 p.m. and I am just gonna get to it. I am thoroughly impressed. I said earlier that this foundation, the YSL one that I've been using, does wear pretty well, but I have not ever had it last nearly this long. My makeup has been on now for like 14 hours, right? I put it on at 9. It's now almost 11. So yeah, 14 hours. Besides this part, which I talked about earlier because I've still been sneezing, I didn't touch it up this time, which is why it looks the way that it does. Besides that, I feel like everything else is staying really well. I think it looks dang good. I'm really impressed. So that's awesome. And especially in the areas where it usually fades, like cheek areas, here, it just looks really good. I don't know if you can tell on camera. I mean, obviously, like, it looks like I've been wearing it for a little bit, but maybe like 3 hours, not 14. So I'm really impressed, actually. And I have a long day of work tomorrow, so I'm really excited to see how this primer holds up under those conditions, because when I'm working, I'm like, the makeup does not, it does not survive my work day whatsoever. So if you have been considering the Nivea Men's Aftershave Balm, it's good. It's real good. I'm going to keep using it, and I will let you guys know if I have additional thoughts down the road. You'll also see me using this in videos, I'm sure, because, hello, 3.3 ounces of primer for less than $5. That's insane. That's crazy. But anyway, I hope you guys have found this video helpful. Let me know if there's any other product or products that you would like to see a first impressions or a review, or that you would like to see me incorporate into my videos. And I will see you guys very soon in my next video. Bye!